for a year. We'll start with the Q&A. Anyone who has a question can stand.
Yeah, please.
Hi, Joseph Garcia, Business Room. Congratulations. I want to ask like two questions. Did Mr. Chan have a hand in writing this musical? Well, of course, I mean, besides the songs, but and then number two, Mr. Chan, I think it's pretty obvious why the musical is Christmas themed because of your songs. But are there any other settings where you think your songs will be perfect?
Yes.
How about Valentine's Day? Because of my love songs.
Okay, another question.
I know, the first question.
In answer to your question, well, Mr. Chan certainly inspired all the songs. But like we mentioned, props to our three writers, Miss Luna Guina Inoshan. I'd actually like to acknowledge that there were initially four writers. The credited stories go to Miss Guina Inoshan, Mr. Joel Trinidad, Mr. Robbie Guevara, and Miss Kathy Azanza D, who is very well known in the theater industry, but unfortunately had other commitments. But they are the original co-writers. But our three remaining writers have been credited. And of course, like any other original musical, it has gone through many revisions. The writing process began in earnest sometime last year, and we are still it's still actually a work in progress as all original musicals go, and particularly jukebox musicals. I do have to acknowledge that EJ Yanko, our musical arranger, you've seen some interesting twists, and that's only the beginning. Whoever thought that Beautiful Girl could become a duet? I'll props to EJ and to Luna as well. The story itself, before I give the mic to Luna, like I said, they are intertwining stories that they're called in by Love Team, so they are actually vignettes that have been fused together into a cohesive storyline. Luna, would you like to share anything?
The question was asked if Joe had a hand in writing the script. Answer is no. We did present him with an outline from the very beginning. And he said things like, "Oh, this is not my song." And we had to quickly find a different song that was actually his and duly approved. But otherwise, no. I mean, he let us run with our storylines. If he had any objections, he did not say it to us, so we take it as a yes. Silence means yes. And there will be parts when you finally see it that you will know why we were like holding our breath when we first listened to the reading. Because we said, oh my God, he's going to kill us for saying these things. But he did not, and he actually laughed at the lines. So it's going to be, yes, a story by 3 or 4 of us. Kathy had to back out because she had family commitments and couldn't continue. But we took on her storyline and expanded it and included it in the collective storyline, so it exists. So her characters are the ones, giveaway, going to be played by Arnie. Who is Arnie? There. Lloyd, the quartet we saw before, Tell Me Your Name, that storyline belongs to Kathy Asansadi. And the rest of the stories, if you know us as writers, you'll know who wrote what. But that's basically it. We had to run with. This is the hardest musical I have ever written. Those of you who know me know I've written 2 in collaboration with Jaime Del Mundo. That was a piece of cake. But it's hard because it's a jukebox musical. At least when you write an original musical, you have control of where the songs go, what the songs say, and then you have the storyline, then you write the songs. This one, we had to find the songs and find a reasonable storyline that would make them believable in real life. So there may be, we were afraid that our storylines would be the same. but they're not. Although they're all about love and Christmas. So that's basically it. Like I said, hardest thing in the world. 3 egos, good luck. But we did not actually pull each other's hair. We actually communicated very well. Thank God for messenger groups that were burning in the middle of the night, especially since Joel was working in a different time zone because he's in New York. But the work continued. We would talk to each other, then run it by rep, then go back. How many versions do we have? 12 versions already. But 12 hopefully is what you see until the director step in and start saying something again. And then we say, we can't do that. Or, okay, good. In all honesty, they're very respectful of our work. And they always ask our permission. And we have permission to say no, or say, oh yeah, that sounds better. So it's very, very collaborative, and I'm very happy with what it is so far, and I look forward to what it will be. I love the cast, by the way, all of them. So there you go. And yeah, you guys are what I see when
I'd like to say something with regards to your question. The script definitely had to get the okay from Giovanni Chan. He had to give us his thumbs up. And so he did, and then we rewrote the script, and then Jeremy assembled the whole cast, and we did a full reading of the script. And he came with his 3 sons, okay, and they sat there, and the cast actually read everything, and at the end, he and his 3 sons were so amazed, and they just loved it. They really did. They loved it. So that's how it was. So we actually did not proceed until we got the okay from him.
And his 3 sons.
Yes.
So just want to know what the process was in deciding the final title for the 29.
I could give a preface to that from what I know. So the title, as I understand, was still being debated upon, because one of the requests of Mr. Chan was to make this a Christmas-centric musical, and of course, one of his most, if not his most iconic song is in fact "Christmas in Our Hearts." But before I turn this back to Luna, the theme evolved more into "Going Home to Christmas," which is the title of his second Christmas album, which came out much later, around 2010, I believe. And it really looks at how Pinoys celebrate Christmas. Not necessarily about, it is not centered around any one song. In fact, there are 22. And it really became about not just a celebration of Mr. Chan's iconic music, but about the lives of Filipinos that he has touched around the world, the impact his music has made on Filipinos. I must say that I'm very grateful to Mr. Chan and his family for giving us background and research. His children, Lisa, who is a high school classmate, his son Franco, who is also an actor, has worked with us in a number of productions, gave us an insight when they assembled their second album that one thing that's very close to Mr. Chan's heart is the life of OFWs, our overseas foreign workers, especially around Christmas time, that his music provides a great source of comfort, a great source of escape, and a slice of home that they take everywhere. And we thought that the play celebrates that very spirit. So like I said, it's not a biography, but we thought that Going Home to Christmas is probably a more apt, more encompassing term. I now take it back to the writer.
The final choice was made. Everybody, like even among us writers, one of us insisted on Christmas in Our Hearts, but 2 of us, looking at everybody, because it's different stories, and when you finally get to see the stories, let me tell you, Going Home to Christmas is the major spoiler. That's what the musical is all about. Going home to Christmas. So it was an easy choice.
I guess the battle of 2 against 1, the 2-1.
Thank you. Another question from the media.
Questions? Anybody? More questions?
Well, yes, please.
Oh, it's just me again. No, this is for Mr. Chan again. How do you feel that there's a musical written with your songs in it, and then there's a storyline, and you know, and this would mean that it would introduce it to like a new generation?
Thank you.
I can't express the joy that I feel, you know, seeing the cast, the director, the musical director, putting my songs into a musical. I cannot tell you exactly the joy that I feel, but it's to me it's a fulfillment of a dream when I was a young kid, when I was idolizing Paul Anka and Neil Sedaka and Victor Young and Henry Mancini and Michel Legrand. I said that one day I would like to make a musical, and confidentially, I still have that plan to come up with a musical, all new songs, original songs, based on the life of
I'd like to throw my question to Carla and Naomi. You're doing Isang Himala, and then Carla was doing One More Chance and other singing engagements. How were you able to manage your schedule since you're doing this?
Kaya natin to. Kakayanin to. So we're both moms. We both manage both our careers and our family. But love natin to eh. Parang we won't be able to function as normal people, as a mother and as a wife if we don't perform. So hinahanapan talaga namin ng way to be able to fit it into our daily lives. Yes, we're pretty blessed to be super busy. Our movie's coming out in December. We just finished One More Chance, the musical.
We just closed last Sunday.
Yeah, but when we both found out that we were part of the Jose Marie Chan musical going into Christmas, we just had to be part of it, and we just moved mountains to be able to be part of it. And we want to say thank you to our production manager, Pat. Because she has juggled our schedule like a ringmaster. So we were able to find a way naman to do all these things. Kasi pag mahal mo yung ginagawa mo, gagawan mo ng paraan para magawa mo yun.
Tama. Also, di ba, art imitates life and vice versa. So, I guess kasi we do roles like mom roles, dito naman wife, lover, di ba? Something different. So, I guess yun nahahanap din namin yun sa buhay namin, no? And then we get to relate that to our characters. So that's something, we're very, very blessed to do that as actors. And yeah, thank you sa Rep, for our production manager, Pat, for being gracious and understanding. And so we are here na, and we're very, very excited to dive into the process, to dive dito na sa play na to. And so hopefully you'll enjoy our show in December.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Follow-up question for Miss Luna.
Yes.
Given that the theme is Christmas, and then medyo giveaway yung OFW coming home to Christmas, I'm just curious, anong iba pang setting ang pinanggagalingan ng mga OFWs?
The set, without being spoilers, sorry, it all happens in one place. Everyone's going home. It all happens in one place. Figure that out. When put kayo, as they say, play dates, November 29. Yes, but without spoiling, basta...
Alam ko na.
alam mo.
So, tinanong mo ba?
Cementerio.
It's a Halloween musical. Guys, before we entertain more questions, and I hope there will be, I would like to tip our hats to our creative and production team. Of course, music and lyrics by Mr. Jose Marichan. Our vocal libretto by Robbie Guevara, Luna Villa Inoshan, and Joel Trinidad. Musical direction and arrangement by Mr. E.J. Yatko. Set design by Mr. Om David. Lights design by Melton Rojas Jr. Choreography by Mr. Franco Ramos. Costume design by Hershey Catiado. Sound design by Aji Manalo. Dramaturgy by Davidson Oliveros. Projection design by G.A. Falarde. Technical direction by D. Cortesano. Props design by Julia Pacificador. Now, if those names are familiar, we have the cream of the crop of our technical theater practitioners who have been bringing us some of the most popular plays in the last few years. The wind beneath our wings, our production team, our production manager, Pat Gregorio. Our marketing director and associates, Gracie Ventuela, Manny Colosbama, and Alisa Layo, with Rosa Guadalquivir, and our stage managers, our heroes backstage, Rafa Lubina, and AFM, Will Manchuni, with big hair. And if you have any more questions,